A very good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Candid Talk here on Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Evans Okinyi. It's my pleasure to have you on board in this special episode. I'm here with my resident guest, Wakili Willie Sotino, the Deputy Party Leader of Safina Party, and of course, he calls himself the Deputy President Designate. Wakili, how are you?
Fine, thank you, King. Yes.
How many days to go before you...
It's now 6 days to this ship sailing, Safina. Safina is here.
Okay.
NDC at the Jockey Club, the people's conversation on the economy. It is about the people.
Okay.
Conversing on the economy as we pursue our economic liberation.
Am I invited?
We have secured our political rights. We are now pursuing our economic liberation. If you want to be invited, you must be the righteous of the two. Wawili kwa wawili. Entering the ship to liberate the people from the economic pain.
Okay.
Safina is about people's conversation to liberate themselves on the economy, not tribe, not age, not gender, no, the economy. And time is up for the legacy politicians who've superintended over this economic pain that the Kenyan people are suffering.
So you're saying the arc is taking over?
The arc is taking off.
Well, taking off and taking over at the same time.
Yes.
Well, let's wait and see. We wish you all the very best. Okay, I want us to shift tune here and focus on what is actually happening in the country. First of all, let's look at this particular case, of course, the assassination of the city lawyer, Kyalo, Mbobu, there in this particular, of course, university donor at the same time. A lawyer with vast experience, somebody who's been in this particular field. Look at the nature of his death, that particular moment along Magadi Road, and what we witnessed there. Now, all this is actually happening at a time when there's a lot of concern between, of course, the practitioners of law in this country and the judiciary. Of course, we also witnessed the recent revelations by the retired captain, Muigai, regarding his particular case. And of interest is that this particular lawyer was actually handling one of the cases of this particular person. First of all, what do you make of what actually transpired along?
The first step is I'll pass my condolences to the family of senior Kyalo Mbobu.
Yes.
He was a lawyer who was personally known to me. And I do remember when he was a member of the political party dispute tribunal. He was the second cohort that joined the tribunal. The late Peter Simani was the inaugural chair, served with Senior Counsel Chacha Odera and Reverend Celestine. And I was one lawyer who had the most cases before that tribunal. In fact, the jurisprudence emerging from that tribunal, the foundation of jurisprudence in the political parties dispute tribunal, was developed with my cases that I was doing before that tribunal. I had the most cases up to 2017 in that tribunal. So we worked very closely together, and I do believe that we shaped the practice of law before the tribunal. And Kyalo was an amiable fellow, and he meant well, not just to his professional colleagues, but to Kenyans. Very respectful senior, who even at my last engagement with him was at the annual conference of lawyers. And what he told me was like, now I should give way to the deputy president. I told him, no, you are still my senior. That was the kind of jocular character that Kyalo was.
Okay.
And so to his family, we pass our condolences. But it's quite unfortunate the manner in which he met his demise. Because regardless of what somebody's views or opinions are on what he may have done, there cannot be a justification in the gangland-style execution and assassination of Kyalo Mbobu, because there is no remedy allowed in law for any wrong that warrants an execution or assassination in that manner. And it speaks a lot to the question of security. If a senior lawyer can be publicly executed in the manner in which our senior colleague was, what does it say about the state of security in our country? That now you just have marauding criminals on motorcycles, easily picking out senior citizens and executing them whatever reason, don't even tell us the reason. That is not permissible. If you have a grievance against somebody, we have an established court process. And I don't want to delve into what are the reasons that have led to this, because that will be speculating. Of course, I've seen the speculative video from Muigai over the Benjam amalgamated case. And only to say that I first saw that case when I was a pupil in 2008, and I was doing my pupillage. And one of my pupil masters, John Ogo, was handling that file. And I know there's been many cases, many applications, many that have been filed, attempts to litigate the matter. That case I know it was a concluded case. I don't know about the issue that I'm emerging now that informs that video. But I know there was a loan. The loan was not paid. The property was sold in execution of the charge. But I also want to say that the demise of Mbobu is informed by that case. But at this point, there's nothing much you can say. We do hope that if the state was serious, this is a case where they should also apply equal vigor, like they did in the case of Amondowere, and apprehend these criminals who've made us to lose a very established practitioner of the law, an established arbitrator, and a teacher of the law, through whose hands very many practicing lawyers passed and honed their skills to serve this nation.
In as much as you're saying here that we should not actually speculate, of course, I do not want to go into that particular direction. But of course, the question outside here is who killed this particular lawyer. That is what Kenyans need to know. We are hoping that the security agencies will actually answer that particular question. But then the statements by Captain Kungu Muigai, of course, retired, raised a lot of questions. And I've seen a number of lawyers, especially who've been advocating for reforms within the judiciary, come out and say, look, indeed there is a problem. Of course, I've seen the likes of Nelson Harvey come forth. Do you believe that there is actually a problem within our judiciary, and especially the higher courts of this land,
of course,
that needs to be fixed?
Of course, there's a problem. That one we cannot deny. We cannot dispute that. And but I don't think this should be the best case to canvass that problem. Maybe this is just a case of highlighting what the challenges of that particular plaintiff is. I'm telling you, this case was filed in 1992 when I was in class 4. I was admitted as an advocate, in fact, as a pupil in 2008. That case had been concluded, but there was still ongoing litigation on it. I'm surprised it's still in court, or the applications trying to litigate it. I don't want to go into the merits or the demerits of that case. Having been an advocate or a pupil who had an insider preview of the file. So I will not be fair to my pupil master or to even Benjo if I discussed a case that I had access to.
But you interacted with it at some point?
I interacted with that case, that file. I even went to court with my pupil master, the late John Ugo, at some point on that file. But long and short, if you ask my personal view, that case, in terms of what was presented at the time, it is a concluded case. But there seems to be certain issues that are emerging. I don't know about the truthfulness of them. I don't know when they came into being. So I don't know if that's always being litigated. The question of the lawyer who signed a consent, who swore an affidavit.
And actually, that's why I was asking you.
So
during your
those are issues that I'd never seen, but I've seen them being peddled on social media.
During your interaction with the case, did you ever come across this contested consent form?
These things were done in 1992. I was in class 4. At the time, there was an attempt to litigate, reopen the litigation. So I don't want to discuss the details of a case. No, there's what is called confidentiality.
Definitely.
To clients. In as much as I was a pupil, but I'm bound by my pupil master's code, I cannot discuss such a case. But only to say that if there be any merit or substance in some of these allegations, then the courts should allow the parties to canvass them and give a determinative judgment. But also, you should not use the fact that someone has lost an application or lost a case to disparage an entire institution called the judiciary. Because I always told you this, and I keep saying it. Within that judiciary, we have so many judicial officers, judges and magistrates, who toil day and night to deliver justice to the people of Kenya. But we cannot therefore condemn the entire institution that is full of hardworking judicial officers and judges delivering justice painstakingly in harsh circumstances. Some even sharing, one courtroom is shared by 3 judicial officers, that now they have to sit in shifts. Somebody has to wait for one to conclude his course list, then the next one comes in, then another one comes in. That now we say, that person who has been in that courtroom the whole day, dispensing justice, that now we say the institution is corrupt, the institution is inefficient. Deal with the leadership.
Okay.
Deal with the Supreme Court. So we should not even be discussing the Benjam case based on this other lower courts. Deal with it at the Supreme Court. That's the ultimate court, right? What are they dealing with there? And they make a determination, win or lose, let the people see totality of the case.
On the face of it, I don't know whatever problem maybe Captain has with the judges and of course the ones who are mentioned in that particular presser that he gave. But then owing to the fact that there has been a lot of problems to do with public trust within our judiciary, and especially the apex court of the land, where Chief Justice Martha Koome sits at the forefront. So whenever there are certain contentions like this one here about this particular consent, shouldn't be a record within the judiciary such that if it is needed, then it can actually be publicly published, as the captain actually said.
You know, the unfortunate thing is that you don't want to litigate a matter that is in court on the public platform. That challenge should be on the other councils. So now, who is the judge here? The public. If all of us were to say that we want to, the contents of our cases, release it publicly.
Okay.
So what will you be doing in court then? Then you've created your new judicial system, right? That whatever we are doing here, go and share it to the public. So if a request for information, you could do it and then litigate that request if it's not supplied. Well, I've told you that case is a 1992 case. That's when it was determined. In between, I don't know what the history has been. I only saw a part of that history. But if you ask me, some of those allegations that are made are sensational. They may not have foundation in law.
Okay.
Some of those issues have been litigated.
What do you then make of the response by the judiciary on the same?
I mean, to the extent that the judiciary has said this thing has been canvassed by the courts, those are statements of fact. Yeah. What else can they say beyond? Judges don't file cases. Judges hear cases based on the material brought before them. And they've made decisions on some of them. So if it doesn't go your way, now do you disparage the entire institution? No, it cannot be. And you cannot have a conspiracy that is running in an institution from 1992 to 2025. From being a class 4 to being a mid-bar advocate. You have a running conspiracy against one individual, and then there's a problem. Over 20 judges down the road. Some have retired, some have died. And still the conspiracy is sustained. And then that's not possible. That beats human logic, if you ask me. It's not possible that the entire institution conspired from 1992 in the old constitution to the year 2025 against an individual.
Definitely not an entire
no, because that is what it will be.
But of course, the kind of names that were mentioned there, the judges there, of course, others have passed away, of course, others have also retired, but those who are still actively involved.
But for them to have all been arriving at the same conclusion.
Not all of them.
Then you must say there is a conspiracy there. That you want to say the entire institution conspired against me from 1992. And that conspiracy continues to date. Long shot. Let's be serious. I've told you, what is shared and what is in those files are totally different. And why we're even there. Because ultimately, at the end of it all, why we are here, that I can say, the most I can say in that case, there was a loan. There was a charge to a property. The loan was not paid. At the end of it all, now I didn't kulipa. No, at the end of it all, when you say all this, It boils down to one thing. Was there a loan? Was it disbursed? Was that loan paid? Pure and simple.
It seems like you're one of the lawyers of the bank at this point.
No, I'm not. I'm not holding brief. But forget about all the noise. Just forget about all the noise for a minute. Let's go to the core. There was a loan. There was a charge, property. The loan was not paid. What remedy does the bank have? They sold the property. Bottom line. There.
Okay.
So are you saying that we ignore the loan? You know, me, I've always told you, may I fashion myself as a person who believes in the rule of law. And it's fairness to all sides. Loan was taken, property was charged. Pay the loan. Or realize the security. In between there, we can argue over processes, statements, and all of that. That's okay. But bottom line, at the end of the day, just draw you took a loan, pay it. You can argue on statements. How much should it be?
Okay. I don't want to go into the nitty-gritties of that particular case, but then my concern is, why is it that the lawyer who was actually now handling this particular case suddenly is executed in that particular manner? Don't you then think that also raises a lot of eyebrows?
No, you can never. You see, now that's the point. You are now trying to speculate that even the death of our senior was informed by his handling of the Benjam case. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay.
And I've not seen any evidence that will point to that direction. And also, while at it, what's a lawyer's role in a case? Yeah. That makes the lawyer a target. What's my role in a case? I'm just a spokesman for the client. I don't own the case. The case is owned by the client, not me. The other side is also the lawyer representing them. Doesn't own the case. It's owned by the instructing client. The lawyers have no interest in a case. Mine is to present your case to the court. The contest is between you clients, not lawyers. So if you remove Kyalo, what do you think? We have over 20,000 lawyers here. Any of them can take up that case. So how does that address the issue? But if it was gangland style execution of clients, that's okay. Maybe the case can end. But a lawyer, just a spokesman in a case, you can get another spokesman immediately. Continue. In fact, I'll tell you for a fact, there has been over 10 lawyers who've acted in that case. Over 10 lawyers since 92.
Including Senior Counsel Paul Muite.
So many lawyers have acted. Yeah.
Okay.
There are lawyers who've died even in that, who have been handling that case, who've since died. For both parties. So, I think it will be a long shot to think that it is related. My view. But as I've said, that you leave to. I will be speculating unfairly. And I will be being unfair to the family. If I was to speculate that their beloved was killed out of this case, don't have any evidence, and I will not wish to get into that kind of a conversation.
Well, that's said. But then this actually now raises a lot of questions on our security as a country. It's hardly a few months before, of course, we witnessed what actually happened to the Kasipul Member of Parliament, Honorable Ngondo Were, in that particular evening. And again, this one in a broad daylight, we are witnessing this. What would you make of how the security agencies have actually handled these cases? And how then can we actually avoid seeing such kind of circumstances going forward as a country?
No, the most important thing we need to do is we need to democratize our security system. And what is the response unit, the response period in any situation? Yeah. The deterrent element needs to be enhanced. And police needs to be deployed to deter. But if a crime happens, quick response. So we hope that this should be the last.
So are you saying that there's some sort of a lapse in the response by our security agencies?
No, to the extent. Kind of I believe they're trying. I believe they're trying to do the investigations. They're trying to get to the bottom of the matter. But we need to come up with more deterrent measures to stop these motorcycle-style assassinations that are going on in this country. That, to me, there's been no deterrent element so far. So it means it's an permissible mode of execution that is seeping through the cracks of our security agencies. So we need to have more deterrence. What do we need to have that will regulate, for example, the use of motorcycles, right? So that you are able to flesh out or make it easy to identify a rider who uses their motorbike to commit a crime. So it's a lot more than just saying the police needs reforms. It needs to be more of what measures do we need to put in place to deter this kind of acts. Because right now, it is easily permissible. Anybody grabs a motorbike, pretends to be a border, executes, and they disappear. Huh?
Disappear into the thin air and actually not to be traced again.
Yes,
The ones
so the response in nailing down, like if they are able to nail down quickly these killers, it will help. Because then it sends also a message that there's no way you can always escape. Yeah, and the trial of people who have been arrested in some of these offenses should be quick. The ones from Ngono, they should be tried quickly and will get a verdict. If the investigation has proved solid evidence, they should be serving their sentences quickly. Same also with our senior colleague.
Well, we wish the family, of course, peace at this solemn moment when they are mourning. And of course, the country has lost a beacon of hope, somebody who's been very instrumental in the law sector in this particular country. Ladies and gentlemen, you can talk to us, weigh in and comment and tell us what you actually think. Allow me stop for now. But then before we stop, Wakili, you're saying it's 1 week?
It's 1 week, Thursday, 18th of September, 2025. The ship sets sail, Safina.
That's now the beginning of the journey.
Safina to the world, economic liberation.
The beginning of the journey to transform the country.
To liberate the country, not transform. We are not transforming, we
We're liberating the country.
Yes.
I wish you all the best. I know the field is a little bit rough. President William Ruto is there on the ground, as well as other contestants from the opposition side. I believe you're up to the task.
They can be as much as they want. We don't care about them. We care about liberating our people.
All the best from our team, ladies and gentlemen. Till we have this conversation again, have yourself a lovely day. My name is Evans Okinyi.